existe tiene una naturaleza específica. Cada entidad existe como algo en particular y tiene características que son parte de lo que es. A es A. Y si
Right, the only way to get rid of cronyism is to get rid of government controls. And I'll tell you a quick story about this. Completely true story. Microsoft, in the early 1990s, how much money did they spend on lobbying and cajoling governments and zero, no money. They had no building in Washington, D.C. They had no lawyers in Washington, D.C. They had no lobby group in Washington, D.C. They weren't interested. And they were brought in front of the Senate. And a Republican senator stood up and yelled at them. He said, you have to start investing in Washington, D.C. You have to build a building here. You have to start hiring lawyers. You have to lobby. In other words, you have to bribe me and my colleagues. Right? And Microsoft literally, this is the senior management team. I don't think Bill Gates was there, but the senior managers were there. And they got up and said, look, you leave us alone, we leave you alone. We're not interested. And they walked out. A few months later, knock on the door. We're from the Justice Department. And we're here to investigate this antitrust issue. Anybody know what Microsoft was accused of? Oh God, yes. Right? They offered a product for free. So you guys are too young to remember this, but I used to have to pay $70 to get Netscape, which was the only real good. There was Mosaic, but Netscape was the real standard. And if you downloaded it, you paid $70 to get. You didn't download it; you got it on a disk, right, on a floppy disk in the days of floppies, and you put it in. $70 for this. And Microsoft came along and said, you know what? We're going to offer us for free. Whenever you buy Windows, you get Internet Explorer for free. That's what they went after. That's what they spent 10 years in court, lost. Spent another 10 years with a government official at Microsoft, inspecting everything they did and having to sign off on everything. Yeah. Disgusting. Guess how much money Microsoft today spends in Washington, D.C.? Yeah, tens of millions a year. They have this beautiful building, all glass, like equal distance from the White House and the Capitol. Just gorgeous. Now, Google learned the lesson. So Google, from day one, has been giving money to all politicians in America, Democrats, Republicans. They've spent more money on politics than any company probably in history. They forgot about Europe. So Europe keeps going after them. You notice not a single antitrust accusation in the United States. Not one. Right? But Europe has completely crushed them. Every few months there's an accusation against them. Why? Because they haven't bribed the right people in Europe and they bribed the right people in America. So cronyism is a feature of statism. Cronyism is the essence of socialism. Cronyism is the essence of every single system out there except capitalism. Because capitalism means the separation of state from economics, and therefore Apple has no incentive to, or Microsoft has no incentive to lobby. If you leave us alone, we will leave you alone. They didn't leave them alone, so they lost.